Boom, bigots. Another month in the books. I'm looking like I've got monkeypox and AIDS, boys. Fighting the deep state will do that to you. Boy, I look horrible. People are asking, how's the intermittent fasting going? I don't know if I'm intermittently fasting. I'm just, not eating at night anymore. And it's probably why I'm looking a little bit gaunt in the face. But, couldn't hurt to not eat so many carbs, boys. Carbs and sugars, gotta be poison. Processed food, definitely poison. But things are going decent in that direction, and nothing else really going on in the background. Just trying to save some energy for this crazy clown world that we're in, where you're watching people being bloated up, hurricanes killing everybody, Joe Biden sleeping, and Kamala Harris lying her balls off in front of everybody, and the left going, this is great. Let's have some more of this, because I couldn't possibly have that blonde old blumph starting World War III and destroying the economy. Really? Your site is over there autographing shells being sent to the Middle East to blow up more people. Well, Kamala Harris is campaigning that she'll fix the economy once you elect her. And her administration gets done breaking the economy. This is stupid. Absolute stupid clown world, boys. But we'll be here broadcasting. People are asking if I'm going to stream during the election cycle more. Yes. The answer to that question is yes. And I don't have like a schedule for anything. I just imagine it's going to get crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let's do some of these questions that you guys got. Joseph, what's going on? What do you think will happen if these criminals manage to kill Trump? World War III and or Civil War? They keep telling you that Iran's going to kill Donald Trump. Iran's not going to kill Donald Trump. Not without the okay from the deep state. So if Trump gets killed, it's the deep state doing it. And they'll blame Iran because, again, these people want to blow up Iran. They want more wars. And so war is always on the table for these people. But I don't know what will happen if they're able to be successful in killing Trump. I really thought that they weren't going to even try to assassinate him. And boy, was I wrong. Holy shit, was I wrong. And so I think anything is possible on the table. I hope not. But, if they do it, I don't think it's going to calm things down. I think it will massively explode things. I think that's probably kind of the point. So I'm hoping the dude is got a lot of paid security behind him, because I would not rest my safety upon the deep state, who are constantly trying to kill the dude. Monty, no questions, just a fist bump. Well, here you go, Monty. Bam. Afrosheen, are you familiar with Jeremy McKenzie and Diagolon, Raging Descendant? And I think you'd enjoy a show on Rumble. Some of the Salty Army enjoys him too. Canada is in the same basket that the rest of the world is in. Explosions. They're killing off Canada as well. That's why we got to make America great again and rescue Western civilization. But no, I'm not familiar with Jeremy McKenzie. I have to check him out. Elijah Fire, quick question. What is your plan for exiting YouTube? My plan for exiting YouTube is I'm going to wait for them to kick me off. YouTube has a gigantic monopoly. And people are like, well, you shouldn't even be on there. They're the enemy. Yeah, they're the enemy. But I don't get to choose the battlefield in an information war. And Rumble's working with a whole bunch of people so we can actually plug ads into the YouTube videos. As we've been making videos for free on YouTube for maybe 5 or 6 years at this point. We only made money on YouTube for a few months. And then they robbed everybody who was sending money to the channel, which is insane. When they demonetize your channel, they just keep all of the money from that month. And so they demonetized us, I think, during the 2020 election cycle, and did it right at the end of December, and then just took everybody's money. They kept all that money. Those scumbags. And so, yeah, I'm surprised that we're still on YouTube. And if they kick me off, they kick me off. But I'm not going to cede any informational battlefield ground to these criminals. And so I'm just waiting for them to kick me off, I guess, at this point. That's my exit plan for YouTube. Wait till they kick me off. But we'll always be broadcasting on Rumble or X or something like this if it gets down to it. Thanks, Elijah. Salty Source Rex, Mrs. Salty, can we start a Ferrari fund for the Salt King? A super duper promise. He'll be safe because it's equipped with ejection seats like the first Fast and Furious or whichever one was in Malibu. I'm a big fan of Ferraris. I just can't see spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands. That's like a house price on a car. But Ferraris are real nice. I grew up with Lamborghini posters, and so Lamborghini's kind of always been, like the Countach has always been a poster that I've had somewhere in my house. And Ferraris are awesome. And whenever a Ferrari blows up or hits a wall or something, they do look pretty, they look pretty. I saw a guy, he was doing, I don't know, 200 miles per hour in a tunnel in his Ferrari, and the engine just blew out the back, and he ended up crashing into the side of the tunnel. And the front was gone, the back was gone, but the cab was safe. So I'll tell the Soul Queen, listen, at least with the Ferrari, I probably won't die. What was that one comedian? That dude who he was screwing around with an Enzo on a racetrack. It wasn't even his. It was somebody else's Enzo, and he completely destroyed it. But he was able to walk away from it. So those look like real safe supercars, man. Yeah, I like Ferraris. Wizard. Wizard, lately you've been pointing out that we're in a spiritual battle, and I applaud you for that. Your show turned me on to Red Dawn Radio, boys. Red Dawn Radio. Who does a sermon on Sundays? Did you ever catch Red Dawn Radio show? You know, when you make content, it's hard for you to watch and enjoy other people's content. There's a part of me that doesn't like to, like, I've stopped really listening to, I used to listen to InfoWars all of the time. And I'm always afraid that I'm going to steal somebody's stuff subconsciously. And so there's a combination of, I don't want to steal other people's stuff. I like my stuff to be kind of organic. And so I just kind of go through the news and try to give my own opinion on it without being influenced too much heavily by other people. And then just the side effect, like when you're making content and you got to go find it and put your own spin on it. And we do everything in house. It doesn't lend us a whole lot of time for doing other people's shows, but Red Dawn Radio's got a great show. Thanks, Wizard. Lost Elf, is the Democrats' intention to turn middle-class America into a permanent slave class or welfare ghetto dwellers and migrants has been successfully done in Europe, Britain, and in order to maintain power indefinitely? Yeah, well, that's my opinion, Lost Elf. That seems to be the stated goal of globalization, is to just bring everybody down. Bring everybody down. When you wrap a place up, a planet into globalization, you need everybody at parity. And they're not interested in making us all successful and having everybody have a great quality of life. Those people are hard to manage, hard to manage. And so it's easier to just steal from everybody and keep everybody in a ghetto class. And so that's always the plan with globalization or communism, whatever you want to call that flavor of tyranny. And I think that's clearly what's being done. They're importing the third world into all of Western civilization. And so the third world's just happy to have electricity. So they don't care that they've lost their ability for upward momentum. And these people will all be robbed, by the way. Once they're brought in, once they're established, and once they create their own versions of the third world in the first world, they'll never complain. And then it just brings down everybody else. And then you get rid of national populism, you get rid of all of these people who remember upward mobility, and then boom, we're all in this brand new, brave new world of a third world everywhere with these little blips of these tyrants, and they'll have their mansions, but they'll be all surrounded by slums, just like every other third world shithole. And I think that's definitely the plan, which is why we fight so hard to make sure that, no, national populism, you know, if you're Japanese, you should want to make sure that you've got a Japan for you. And in America, I want a place for Americans. Americans, yeah. We're crazy like that. Crazy, boys. But we'll keep fighting these criminals. And let's see, we're heading into October, so I imagine there'll be some more craziness as October surprises unfold. And if the October surprises are any indication of what we got for our September surprises, I think it's going to be pure madness as these people are fighting us in this tug of war of good versus evil, because these are all evil people. All evil people. But there you go, boys. Thank you so much for your continued support of this ridiculous channel. As we roll closer towards an election cycle, we'll keep you informed and updated. And I'll see you in the next update. Thank you so much for supporting this crazy channel, everybody. Take care.